It is time for the ultimate Batman to take over Gotham City. To catch you up quickly, Bruce Wayne made an ultimate Batman persona named Zur-En-Arrh. Zur-En-Arrh has officially taken over, imprisoning Batman beneath Blackgate Prison next to the Joker so that they can talk out their differences. As the Joker explained to Batman how he knew about the ultimate Batman, up in Gotham, Ultimate Batman put his mind into a robot and is now finally cleaning up the streets of Gotham with Bruce Wayne imprisoned. This is Batman issue 145, and I am the Comicstorian. I read your stories to you dramatically. Now let's get into the story, shall we? The Joker finishes his story as he and Batman sit in their cell beneath Blackgate. "You're a liar," Batman says simply after hearing how the Joker was trained by the same man who trained him. The Joker shrugs and smiles. "But I'm a liar in a prison, and the truth shall set us free." Before laying back in his bed, Batman stands pacing the cell. "So you've known about Zur this entire time?" Joker nods, commenting that facing the pure Batman, "Breaking you is easy. Breaking him, that would be a true triumph." He giggles, and he glances at Bruce as he paces. "I love this, being here with you as you spiral, because you're here, and he's out there. Your city is finally receiving true justice." Meanwhile, over at Gotham City at the docks, several criminals are loading crates into the truck. The leader shouts for them to hurry. "Come on, move it! Gotta get these to Bloodhaven by morning!" He snaps, when suddenly 3 rockets launch from the shadows, slamming into the truck, detonating it, throwing the criminals to the ground. "It's Batman! He's been gone for weeks!" one of them shouts, and they struggle to their feet trying to run, but bolo lines grab them, pulling them into the air. One makes for the nearby alleyway, running as fast as he can, but he stops short as Batman stands before him, his eyes glowing with purple light. "Prison is no good for you," Batman snarls as his hand snaps out, grabbing the thug by the throat, lifting him into the air. "I'm going to drop the rest of these scum in a hole, but I want you to tell your friends about me. Scream it through the streets. Yell it in every dive bar you come across. Batman is back," Batman says as he drops the thug to the ground, stalking away. Nearby, Red Hood steers his motorcycle towards the carnage. "Oracle, I'm almost at the warehouse," he reports, but Barbara is worried about Jason, pointing out that he is still suffering for the effects of the fear toxin that Batman has injected him with. This means that his fear spikes along with his adrenaline. "Once the fear is triggered, I can push through it. Joker gave me a bit of the Joker toxin, and it's working," Jason promises her, but he screeches to a stop as he comes across the carnage left from the exploding truck. "Oracle, did one of your merry band of vigilantes get here before me?" Jason asks, but the comms have gone dead. Jason turns as Batman appears in the shadows nearby, his voice familiar but electronic at the same time. "Hello, Jason. I was hoping you'd be the first that I'd encounter," Batman says, his helmet shifting back, revealing a screen. In a moment, it solidifies, looking and sounding like Bruce Wayne. "It's me, Bruce," Batman says. But Jason draws his knives. "Nice try, failsafe! I know your Tin Man oil stinks anywhere," Jason snaps, pushing through the fear that is already overwhelming his body. But the robotic Batman shakes his head, explaining that he was able to defeat Failsafe, but the fight broke his body beyond repair. He was forced to upload his consciousness into his robotic body. Jason takes a step back as Batman explains that he is sorry for what he did to Jason during the war with Selina's forces, and he wishes that he could take it back. But he promises that no one else needs to be put in danger now that he's like this. "No one needs to suffer. I can fight forever," Batman tells him, and Jason nods, rushing forward. "Good news, Bruce!" he snaps as he slashes at the robot. But this robotic Batman easily disarms him, grabbing Jason by the throat. "This is a fresh start for us. The slate wiped clean. I swear I won't hurt you anymore. Unless you break the law," Batman says twistedly, as he drops Jason to the ground, rocketing off into the night sky. Moments later, the comms come back on. "Jason, what happened? Can you hear me?" Barbara shouts, but Jason stares off at the robotic Batman. "I can now, Oracle, but I don't have any good news to share," he admits softly. Meanwhile, back beneath Blackgate, Batman has no choice. He knows that he can't stay here with the Joker. He has to keep going, reaching beneath the Joker. He stands stalking forward, going towards the Joker, pulling him up. "Oh, are you going to finish the job?" Joker cackles, but Batman pulls a few pins from his neck brace and he heads back to the cell door, using them to pick the lock. "Ah, clever little bat." Joker laughs as he watches, and Batman steps out of the cell, using the bandages on his body to create a makeshift mask. He moves through the prison, surprised at how many criminals Zur-En-Arrh has already locked away. And then he pauses at one cell, staring at Vandal Savage, the man who bought Wayne Manor and took over the Batcave. "Well, now I don't have to feel so bad about my hasty eviction," Vandal notes as Batman steps up to his bars. "Vandal, so he's taking control of the mansion, the cave?" Batman asks, and Savage smiles. "For now, but I expect the law will help me regain what's mine," Savage says with a shrug. Batman narrows his eyes at the Immortal. "What is your game, Vandal?" But a high-pitched whine reaches Bruce's ears, and he whirls around in time to avoid a blast from Zur-En-Arrh's drones. He recognizes them as the same drones that Failsafe used to secure Gotham while he was lost in the multiverse. He leaps to fight them, but is quickly blasted from behind and knocked to the ground. Back in the city, Zur-En-Arrh has finally announced his return to Gotham, broadcasting on every screen that he can. Zur declares that Batman has returned to Gotham City and will hunt crime and evil wherever he finds it. The Bat family watch in shock, not believing that this is really the same Bruce that they have lost. Down in his secret lair, the Riddler watches with amusement. Well, well, when the technology-aided vigilante goes from A to B to A, what did he receive? Riddler muses, but the door slams open behind him. "An upgrade," Zur says as he walks into the room. Riddler tries to escape, but Zur-En-Arrh grabs a hold of him, leaping out the window, standing on the streets below. Zur-En-Arrh holds Riddler for all to see, and the phones immediately begin to livestream. "Edward Nygma, the Riddler, responsible for dozens of deaths, millions in property damage, in and out of Arkham Asylum's revolving doors. No longer. He belongs to me now. To true justice," Zur-En-Arrh says to everyone watching. But he looks up and sees Damian Wayne watching from above. He rockets up, landing on the rooftop next to Robin. "Damian, son, are you here to fight me just as Jason did?" Zur-En-Arrh asks, but Damian stares at the robot. "If that is really you, prove it, father." Zur-En-Arrh moves forward, kneeling before Damian, telling him about the first nights when Damian came to live with Bruce. "I'm back, son," Zur-En-Arrh says with his fake Bruce Wayne persona and voice. Back in the Bat Tower, the rest of the Bat family are watching the feed from Damian's mask. So the big question is that actually Bruce or something else? Tim finally asks. Jason points out that it sounded like Bruce, but Dick shakes his head. "Either way, we're gonna need to get to the bottom of what's happened before it's too late," Dick says. Beneath Blackgate, Bruce slowly wakes up and finds himself now tied to a chair. He shakes away the grogginess to see Daniel Capito, his former mentor, standing before him. "The years haven't been kind, Bruce, though I suppose the same can be said of me," Capito says, the scars in his face evident. "Your other self, the better you, made me the warden of this fine institution," Captain Capito says as he moves through the room, finally stopping before Bruce. "Confused, detective? Well, let me shed some light for you, Dark Knight." And the story of Crazy Batman is continuing, and it just got insanely better. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you next time right here at Comicstorian.